Hello everyone. So I had to just install everything. Like the operation system had to go. So yeah, I don't have any of the assets, but this should look better and hopefully sound clearer. And yeah, it was just my previous Windows was filled with like just failing errors and certificates. Like Jesus Christ. But yeah. We're gonna check out Emperor Rise of Middle Kingdom review. China will grow larger trademark by SsethTzeentach. What? I never played Emperor. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey people, Seth here. Hey Ren, Shisu Saicholi. As
Iran?
China's geopolitical relevance and power grows, we must all humbly admit the impending inevitability that it's only a matter of time before we're all speaking Mandarin. So,
Probably
get started.
soon
and
enough.
What better way than by appreciating Chinese culture before our new masters from Beijing begin?
Wait, what?
What better way than by appreciating Chinese culture before
That's all of Europe almost.
our new masters
That's
from
France.
Beijing begin their
France, man.
iron-fisted rule. Today, we're going to learn how to appreciate Chinese culture by playing a
Oh my
historical
God.
Chinese city-building game. Neighborhood too ugly? Just wall it off. Mongolians at your gates? Just wall them off. China loves just wall.
Bro, the directional 2D like art makes me think of like a Stronghold 1. Remember? Crusaders?
Wall them
Oh,
off.
bro.
China loves
fun.
walls. Ancestors unhappy? Break some pottery. That should make them happy. Develop gunpowder. Improve
Oh my
your
God.
technology. Then pick the nuke general and
Oh, General Zero Hour.
upgrade your
Oh, that was
cannons to
an
use
amazing
neutron
game.
Shells. These will eliminate the Mongolians, but leave your feng shui intact. Unemployment
not
too
the
high?
slaves.
Garnish their wages. New village doesn't want to trade? Send spies to sabotage their economy and shit in their rice bowls.
So
Then
wait.
export
So this game is like Age of Empires because there's just like levels of technology. Seems like Empire Earth or something. At the same time, it's like Civilization. You can like change relationships.
rice to them at a premium. Establish bureaucracy.
It
Fail
looks
to
like it's
collect
real
any
life.
form of tax revenue because you have nothing to write on. Send loggers to cut bamboo. Get mauled to death by pandas.
Oh my
Send in the
God,
police
this
to
is actually
distract them.
very
Get
in-depth.
mauled by tigers instead. Establish a nobility. Spend most of your GDP on providing rice noodles to the nobility. Lose half of your workforce because they forgot to drink water. Lose
Yeah,
your
back
hips,
then
lose
rice
your
was
head,
fucking
rinse,
expensive.
And repeat. Welcome to
Rare.
Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom.
not.
Has one
Wait, the thing is, rice is really hard to grow. It needs a lot of water, but it's relatively cheaper than anything else that royalty would eat, right? Like, if what's it, like on a scale of like a rich person's like diet, meat and rice aren't really in the same like percentage, aren't they? Like someone who's richer probably eats more meat and more like luxurious fruits and vegetables than rice. Rice is more general nowadays. I think it was not back then though. Correct me if I'm
of
wrong.
Impressions Games' final city-building projects. Emperor is probably the most
And it's
streamlined
Royals or
and
something.
straightforward of the bunch.
Holy
Everything
shit, it's
works
literally
well.
look like-
Emperor is probably the most
Bro, this is literally look like Empire Earth. This actually looks amazing.
streamlined and straightforward of a bunch. Everything works clearly and efficiently, and you're no longer constrained by older mechanics in the series, such as living
awesome.
standards, ethics, and human rights. Here in ancient to middle-aged China, the only thing that matters is raw productivity, and ensuring that your population
Just
has
like
more
current China.
variety in their food than just millet and silkworms. China is a hardcore place, and it has a very hardcore history, which you can experience
That is
across a
true.
series of
They
increasingly
were literally the first civilization. Like, what the fuck?
difficult campaigns. Manage your peasants, cultivate feng shui, and export cheap electronics
Feng
to the rest of the
shui.
world, and you'll see your city flourish. Mismanage everything, and you'll see your city fall apart. As Confucius once said, if an NVIDIA factory is currently not on fire, it will be on fire. Observe and build a
Oh my god, is that a thread repair? Holy shit, I would kill for one of those. No, that's just a Ryzen 7, isn't it? No, thread rippers are just... Bro, I would Jesus, this looks so
Appropriate
good.
health and safety measures.
Oh, cries in
Emperor
Blender.
is a game of balance, but mainly balancing your finances. If you fail to establish adequate civilization and turn a profit within the first 2 years of game time, consider your government position terminated. In many ways, ancient China had the right idea about administration.
Man,
They
what's
do a
a-
good
what is
job,
the
they get
loose
to
condition?
keep their job. They do a bad job, they lose their head. Emperor is also a game of planning. You need to plan out your city's layout to satisfy everyone's needs. The nobles want to be far away from the commoners.
God.
The commoners
Oh,
want to be far away
God.
from all the workshops, factories, and rice fields. The rice farmers, no matter what, even if half of their children keep getting systematically eaten by
What
tigers.
the
This
fuck?
is
Kill
an
that
unfortunate
motherfucker.
loss, but rice picking is no profession for slow children. You might ask, what is the purpose of these? But rice picking is no profession for
Milking
slow children.
rice.
You might ask, what is the purpose of these obese, lecherous bottom feeders we call nobles?
Jesus
I'll tell
Christ.
you, military. China is not a peaceful place, and there's many people
Oh,
who
yes.
don't understand the fine art of diplomacy, and the only real way of communicating to these people that there's a better alternative to violence is through ultra-violence. Crush them, subvert them,
What?
invade them, and then demand everything they have. When they give you everything they have, demand everything they don't. When they can't meet this reasonable request, extinguish them. Out of every map, book, or scrap of literature.
What?
And that
Then what's
is
the
how you
point?
peacefully
Making them a
resolve
puppet. What? I never understood why you raise a place you put so much espionage back in. Like in EU4, when you don't make the state a puppet. Like why raise
every
them?
map, book, or scrap
Blaze,
of
what do you
literature,
call it?
and that
Raise,
is how
is
you
it?
peacefully resolve conflict in Emperor. Once your enemies cease to exist, you can actually go and enjoy your city, which is beautiful, by the way. I'm
No, you
running this
annexed them.
stretched on a typical
Oh my God.
1080p monitor.
Can you even annex in this game? Because it seems like
I'm
you
running
probably
this
should be
stretched
able
on
to.
a typical 1080p monitor, and all the graphics and sprite work still hold up as well as they
Is
did
that a
in
year after year?
2002. Unlike us, this game doesn't age. There's also some widescreen patches available out there, which change the screen size to your
That's
native
nice.
resolution. Bizarrely, these are all in Polish, but since I assume that everyone here is already fluent in Polish,
Why Poland? This game probably is fucking like
this
popular
shouldn't be
in
a
Poland.
problem. While the game is very straightforward, please follow the tutorials. There's nothing more depressing than accidentally building a watchtower instead of an inspector's tower, only to watch your angry and disillusioned citizens get beaten down by police officers as a fire rages through their neighborhood. The music and voice acting is also pretty good. You can actually right-click on any of your citizens currently walking
How can
through
you
the street,
mistake
and they'll
that?
give you some feedback and comments on the current state of your city.
This city is prettier than the most beautiful concubine in China. I
Oh my
sell.
God.
You buy. You buy. I am ruined by my kindness and selling so cheap.
The voice is a bit, but it's soothing.
Evicted by that greedy pig of a landlord. I hope a dragon eats him.
The voice acting by the
Jesus
citizens
Christ.
is fantastic. The same cannot be said of the narrator.
The verdant lands along the humid shores of the Yangtze River are ideally suited for growing great quantities of rice. Your wisdom is as bright as the white rice growing abundantly in the paddy.
Who sounds like he's one step away from falling over dead in his pawn shop. Interestingly, this was also
Because that's probably how they felt in the booth.
the only city builder by Impressions Games that had online multiplayer. But does it work? Surprisingly,
Jesus,
yes,
who wants
it
to read
does.
all
With
that?
a little bit of Game Ranger magic,
Oh
you and your
my
friends
God,
can
yes.
finally roleplay
Fucking
together as Chinese
this
magic.
I'm used to Apache, not Game Ranger. But yeah, Game Ranger came in a clutch when I was wanting to play like
You and
generals.
your friends can finally roleplay together as Chinese magistrates.
Is it the city walls or these little walls?
It's
that you
crazy
build?
how
They
much
keep the
bullshit
bad
goes
feng
on in
shui
the
out
chat.
and keep the good feng shui flowing.
Confucius said, big tits with no ass will fill your hands, but big ass with no tits will fill your heart.
It works very well,
What?
and it's a lot of fun invading your friends. While this game gives you a good background to appreciating Chinese history, just
That's
remember that
haiku.
the historical accounts given here are very clean and sanitized to keep the PEGI 12 rating, and do not reflect the colorful language and flowery prose you can find in the more vivid accounts. For example, in the game they don't explicitly state how one of the earlier dynasties, the Shang dynasty, came to an abrupt end, all because of
How?
a single woman, Doge. Doge was the favorite concubine of Zhu, the tyrant of Shang. He was so
Holy shit.
infatuated with her, he fulfilled her every request. And with each request, her requests grew more and more depraved.
Oh, no.
It was said that her greatest joy was to hear people cry out in pain. In one case,
What a
she saw
devious little
peasant
bitch!
walking barefoot on the ice and ordered his feet to be cut off so she could study their resistance to cold temperatures.
What the fuck is this bitch? Holy shit! Oh my god! That is too cruel even for a fucking... Oh my god!
In another,
And I
she
thought
had a
Lolf
pregnant
was
woman's
fucking
belly
evil.
cut open so she could satisfy her curiosity of what goes on inside. Fun fact, Doge also invented her own torture device called the Pao Lao, which is a nice little bronze cylinder on which you strap a person's body and heat the bottom with charcoal. The heat transfers up the cylinder and slowly, painfully cooks you alive. Despite all of Zhu's affections, Doge was not any more loyal to him than anyone else. She later had an affair with Bo Yikao, eldest son of Ji Chang. Zhu had him killed and had his body ground into mincemeat.
Wait, okay, wait. Is this actual Chinese history? Or this is in-game lore? Because I'm going what the fuck? Why would you...
But this was not enough. Zhu forced Ji Chang to drink a soup made of his own son's flesh before throwing him in jail. Eventually, the people had enough. An uprising broke out, led by Ji Chang's youngest son, seeking revenge for Zhu's atrocities. Even the better equipped and formerly invincible army
Is that true? I hope they use the onions. Oh my god.
of the Shang
Is that fucking true though? Oh god.
on their
His
own
own
tyrant.
s-
Seeing his death fast approaching, Zhu committed suicide instead by setting himself on fire. Daji's
That's
head
too
rolled on the
pleasant.
chopping
That's too
block
pleasant of a
shortly
death for that
after, As their
motherfucker.
murderous dynasty crumbled to the ground. And that's why Daji gets my vote as 2019's waifu of the year. Emperor Rise of the
Yandere
Evil Kingdom is a
of
fantastic
the year.
city builder.
Jesus, not even a Yandere. She was just ruthless for no fucking reason. There was no love interest to be ruthless towards. There was nothing. This motherfucker was just pure evil. Pure evil.
Takes place in a part of the world that sadly we don't see depicted very often in Western video games. The closest thing to Emperor in the market today would probably be Jade Empire. But as I later learned, historians hold serious doubts as to whether or not the Chinese were capable of transforming into frog demons and punching their enemies to death. Emperor still holds up great today with some of the
No
cleanest and
shit,
most
dude.
refined mechanics in the series. It's fun, it's relaxing, and it's usually on sale for very cheap. It can also be downloaded for even cheaper. I give it 12 bolts of silk out of 8 stacks of carved jade, which, if we convert back to imperial units, comes to a comfortable high score of 96 degrees Fahrenheit. Highly recommended. Go play it. Anyway, Chinese dominance is inevitable, and sooner or
China
later,
getting
we'll all be
bigger,
living
bruh.
under the Chinese firewall.
Nah, I get
After
it.
a hard day's work at the Nvidia factory, there's no better way to relax than by torrenting some anime. And just like that, your social credit
Was
score
that
has
Cubit?
plummeted. Torrenting some
Oh yeah, it is Qubit. Why don't you have no fucking searching plugins, bro? Is that like the easiest thing to do? What is it?
anime.
Doesn't
And
help.
just like that, your social credit score has plummeted 5 points. The People's Party frowns upon your poor taste in anime. You are no longer
are you
eligible
so
for a
connected
mortgage.
together?
You must now settle for a smaller fishing shack. Your wife leaves you for a man with higher social credit from the Intel factory. You are devastated. How could I have prevented this, you think? I'll tell you how. By getting a VPN. Not any VPN. Express
Okay.
VPN.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Very
what
good.
is this
And
general's
also,
monologue
you're
going
sponsoring
toward? Holy shit, why Israel
this
though?
video. However, free will is not an illusion, and even though we are subject to the appetites of our brain chemistry, we are still accountable for our conscious actions. As such, I can only
And you can
influence
write
you.
even
Use
in
my link,
DuckDuckGo.
and
That's
apparently
crazy.
you can get 3 months of VPN for free. You can also get your money back if you refund it in 30 days. I meant to give an honor. You can get free
I wished like the actual full amount was like on top in the big number rather than 6.657 isn't really what you're gonna pay anyways. It's $99 fucking dollars you're gonna pay for 15 months.
3 months of VPN for free. You can also get your money back if you refund it in 30 days. I meant to give an honest account of ExpressVPN,
Turkey's
so
good.
here it is. It's pretty
I would
fast.
say they have
I
good,
mainly use
like,
it to
ping.
upset the Japanese by pretending to be Korean online. I also use it to play region-locked Korean MMOs so that I can finally escape
the
the hordes
fuck?
of Brazilians in other multiplayer
And you're playing it
games.
on the
All in
emulator.
all, a very pleasant experience. So now you can safely torrent your anime in peace, and your family will never have to know. As always, more content
Why
to
destroying
come,
them?
so stay
Capture
tuned.
everything.
A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously
Holy shit, those are not the
and
Merchants Guild.
bankrolling these videos. This one, however, is free. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
You all know it's better to give than to receive, especially to me. I mean, to your government.
Oh Jesus Christ. I don't have any other panels I've seen, so you're just gonna look at but yeah. Listen, when it comes to games that have a disturbing lore, that lore sometimes is real, and I'm still disturbed by that. That is true. That is in my brain now, and I can't forget it. But I would say, as someone who really loved a Stronghold, like a Stronghold Crusaders, and I mean, to be fair, EU4, Empire F, Age of Empires, what was it? There was another one that was like kind of 2D-ish. I would say Generals was, Civilization early versions were. But this is more like real strategy, like it's an RTS. So, hopefully, I'm gonna try it, and see if I like it. Because I'm not really into that much Asian lore, especially China's. Because like we read about it in history, so why would I want to learn about that? I was more interested in learning about Europe because literally there is just so much shit going on in there. That's why I played EU4. This is sounds like a fun time. There was just so much. The dialogue was just not that good to me. But yeah, that's it for now. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. For now, have a nice and goodbye, everyone. I'm gonna try it. I'm not gonna promise though.